Behind me is a Bugatti EB110, but don't let its name confuse you with a glorified, automated, self-sufficient, and hopefully not self-aware vacuum cleaner. You see, it's a pretty significant car because at one time it was the fastest car in the world, but for some reason you didn't know that. Now, you've heard of its younger brother, the Bugatti Veyron, but more for its price than its top speed for some reason.
I woke up in a new Bugatti.
The problem was, in the 90s, no one knew what a Bugatti was. You see, anyone who could have known was, well, already dead. And to further emphasize its age, the car was named EB110 after how many years it had been since the founder, Ettore Bugatti, was born. So, yes, that is fairly old. Now, Bugatti made a very interesting choice when they were designing this car. You see, no one, as I said, had seen a Bugatti. Well, they just hadn't seen a Bugatti. And the problem was, many companies act on design elements. You have BMW with the kidney grills. You have even 911s who have to have the engine in the back. There's all these little design elements, the DNA that has to stay there so that you know what you're looking at looked like that in the past. But rather interestingly, Bugatti was always known for its horseshoe-shaped grille. But this one is tiny, and it only means one thing to me. It means that they really weren't looking to bring back the past with this car. They wanted to acknowledge it, but really they wanted to break it into the future. And as you can see, everything around the horseshoe is aerodynamics, it's vents, it's anything to make this car go faster.
So I'm slightly having an out-of-body experience right now, the fact that I'm even in front of this car. I never thought I'd even get to see an EB110 in general. But as you just stand back and look at it, it's epic. It's not pretty, but it's epic. And an interesting thing is, we were in a new era now. This is a car that obviously, as I said, wanted to be incredibly fast, and no longer could we design for something to necessarily be beautiful. Our designs were being put to the test. In fact, everything on this car had to be aerodynamic, and that's often a struggle, making something beautiful but also aerodynamic. And in addition to that, they also have to integrate all of these vents in the car to keep it cool at high speeds. As you can see, there are vents everywhere. There's vents even integrated in the headlights here. It's obviously made out of the lightest materials of the time, and you have, well, guess what? More vents back here on the engine. You have even vents at the rear here. But obviously that's a stupid focal point. The whole thing just looks so cool. This tail also deploys from my memory, and just look how interestingly far forward the engine sits. That's a very, very far forward engine, and it just looks like, I don't know, witchcraft's going on in there. There's pipes coming from every direction. It's almost like Frankenstein created something and it ended up being, well, beautiful. Now as we go into the interior, and I might say this is the first time I've ever been in an EB110. Hopefully they don't kick me out of here. Oh God. I have trouble fitting in these things. But a very interesting design element is we see wood. We see wood in a fast Bugatti, and in some ways it's correct. just like Bugattis are today, we have luxurious elements combined with immense speed. That's kind of the Bugatti way. Even in the Veyron and the Chiron, you have a very luxurious interior, and it's just, well, funny to see wood in something this fast. We obviously have a manual as well. If I can get my foot in, I'd love to feel how heavy this clutch is. I'm such a nerd with how heavy clutches are. You know, it's not terrible. It's a little bit deep, but heavy. It's very nice. I also have this nice stitched seating here. All of these seat adjustments are really funny, obviously surrounded in wood. And you have that beautiful view of the engine back there.
Now, in the past, if a manufacturer wanted to put, well, a little more pep in the step of their cars, they'd slap a turbocharger on and call it Viagra. But this is a little more excessive than that. See, Bugatti felt the need to put 4 turbochargers on a V12. Excessive? Maybe, but it did allow it to have 600 horsepower and a 3.20 to 60. Now, all this excess allowed Bugatti in 1991 to finally break the spiderwebs away from the land speed record and reach 216 miles an hour with their Super Sport variant. This is where the story gets sad, because in 1993 the McLaren F1 totally destroyed its record and got 240 miles an hour.
391. It will not go any more than 391.
And suddenly the Bugatti that was trying to make its big comeback was totally forgotten. But I'm here to tell you to love the EB110 because, well, it never got the credit it deserved, and for some reason it always ended up living in the shadow of the McLaren F1. Well, that was a bit insane to say the least. My cars seem to be getting crazier and crazier that I'm filming here. And God knows why they're letting me film them. I swear to God I wouldn't let me near an EB110, but I have to thank Symbolic International for letting me film this absolutely outrageous car. Again guys, the point of my channel is not to film dealership cars. I film things that interest me, and it's fascinating the history of, you know, why the EB110 didn't get as much love as it should have. I have to thank everyone for the support. We're at 7,000 subs now. And again guys, interact with the channel, let me know what your thoughts are, what you hate, more importantly what you like. And thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you want to see more of my content, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching again. Peace.